Greetings, St. Barnabas members and friends. Again, it's a privilege to be here with you in this way. So we've been reflecting on prayer, using the Lord's Prayer as our guide, and I want to just keep going with that. So far I've focused on really the address for God, or the invocation, Abba of us, who dwells in the heavens. And I've invited us to think of that as a prayer offering to us and inviting us to come close to our God, who is ever so close to us, a God of tender, loving care, dwelling in our innermost being, and inviting us to join God there, and especially to experience that as drawing near to God in the heavens, in the heavenly places, in the spiritual dimension, in the mystical dimension, in our innermost being. So often when I've reflected on these things with people, they've asked me, how do you do that? How do you not get distracted and all the concerns and cares, and especially at this time with all that's going on, how do you manage to be present there? And so I want to offer some thought about that and really focus on the how. It's interesting that in the Christian tradition, intention is everything. And if you think about it for just a moment, always the best that we can do is intend. We can intend to love God with our whole heart, mind, soul, and strength. That's the best that we can do. And so, as we express our intention, when a distraction, what we might perceive as a distraction, comes along, so here I am in the midst of my prayer, Abba of us, who dwells in the heavens, and I find myself thinking about the sermon I'm going to write next Sunday, or I find myself thinking about a phone call I need to make, or an email I need to respond to. When I realize I'm focused on that, I simply return to my intention, and I let the words of the Lord's Prayer help me. And by the way, I encourage brevity, one word or two words, wherever I am in that opening invocation. I can use, again, the word Abba, or if I have a different name for God that works for me, whatever that name is, just return to that word for my God. Or perhaps I might return by saying of us, because in this moment my intention is to be bringing humanity with me in the presence of my God. And here's the thing, understand that every time you do that, you're actually practicing not being attached to your fears or your concerns or your goals or your objectives. Every time you re-express your intention to be present with your God, you're strengthening your nearness to this God. You're letting go of anything else being more important. You're saying to yourself and to your God and to the cosmos that your intention is to be near to this God who is near to you. Your intention is to dwell in eternity right here, right now, with your God. That this is the most important thing in your life. That this relationship with your God is the foundation of your life. And so, if this is, say, 3 minutes of your prayer time, this invocation, or 60 seconds of your prayer time, and say 10 times you return, think of that as a great thing, not as a failure, not as a distraction, but a great thing that 10 times you return. 20 times you said, no, that thing is not more important to me. The most important thing is dwelling with my God right here, right now, receiving the love of my God, being present to the love of my God, being in eternity right here, right now. This is my life. And you're not just saying that, you're strengthening your connection. You're strengthening yourself in that life as a disciple of Jesus as a child of God, one who dwells with your God in the heavens, right here, right now. Amen.